everyone, my name is Tammy. Welcome back to Shea Butter Adventures. If you are not following my channel, please give my channel a little bit of a follow. I am a baby channel and I am just trying to grow. I have a Instagram at Shea Butter Adventures and a TikTok at Shea Butter Adventures 25. That is important because I sometimes ask, like, what videos do you guys want to see? I'm going to try to get those videos out. I had posted a question, what videos do you want to see? And somebody answered the question and they want to know what US state do I recommend and why, and what US state am I working in. So this is going to be a short video because I don't recommend any states to anyone, because the only thing I recommend, and if you've watched my videos, you know what I'm going to say, is to weigh your pros and cons. Yes. So I live in the beautiful state of North Carolina. I chose North Carolina because I'm extremely close to family. My sister is very close. My niece is very close. My friends are extremely close. So my friends that came from the Bahamas, all of us moved together. It's like three of us. We're really close in terms of like location. I chose it because it doesn't have that much like taxes overall. The cost of living is low relatively, stuff like that. And the nature. If you're on my Instagram, then you know I like nature. So I be on the trails, y'all. So that's why I ended up with North Carolina. I really can't recommend a state. I honestly cannot. Because every state is different. Every state has like different stuff to offer. I will recommend that when you search for like a state, you go under certain subheadings like location. Is it close to anybody that you know? Is it close to family? Is it close to friends? Is it close to home? Does it have an international airport? If it does have an international airport, Google the flights back home. Sometimes international airports are more expensive. Even like smaller airports could be a little bit cheaper than international airports, but is it close to an airport? So like I live close to RDU, which is Raleigh International Airport. Tickets from Raleigh to Nassau, Bahamas is cheaper than if I flew out of Charlotte, which is a bigger airport. So that's something to look at. If you have kids, in terms of location, is it a good place for like schooling? Like where you gonna live? Is it a good place for schooling? Are there schools nearby? Are there colleges nearby? Everything, like in terms of zoning, can you find a school bus? Like, is there a school bus that's going to pick your child up, or are you going to have to pick your child up? Are there daycares nearby? If there are daycares nearby, what's the cost of those daycares? What's the cost of childcare in your area? All of that is location. Location of the school, location of the daycare, location of the hospital, location of the apartments, location of the airport. If you live in Bodunk, nowhere, that takes you 5 hours to drive to an airport with only one school that is low funded, then maybe you might not have the best experience if you move to the United States. So location out of the way. Costs of living. North Carolina has a relatively low cost of living. There are some states that have no income tax. North Carolina is not one of those. The only thing that North Carolina really has going for it is it has a low cost of living overall. In terms of cost of living, I mean like apartment costs, grocery costs, gas costs, overall schooling costs, daycare costs. If you have children, you see how like certain like facets like you have to consider. So I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. My 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment is around $1,400 a month, a little bit less than, yeah, around $1,400 a month. The reason why I end up in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, I like my space, and my 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment actually costs less than some of the 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 1-bedroom, 1-bath in the area, believe it or not. So I was like, if not, why not? So cost of living, cost of the apartment. When in terms of cost of like grocery, is like going to Walmart, pick a random Walmart store, see the cost of eggs, the cost of milk, the cost of cheese, the cost of baby formula, and compare it to like different areas, because more than likely it's not going to change too much in your area if you decide to go with that area. Then you have to look at the general cost of living. Like we all know what I'm talking about. Some states you'd be like, oh, that's expensive. So like New York is expensive, California is expensive, Alaska is expensive, South Carolina, South Dakota, North Dakota. Those states are a little bit more expensive than North Carolina. Texas is getting a little bit up there and expensive, but I think Texas is one of those no state income tax. So stuff like that. Florida is hella expensive when it comes to housing, but it usually has cheaper flights when it's time for you to go home. So stuff like that, you just have to like consider. Um, that's why like I can't really say, oh, I recommend you move to Texas. Now I will say that there are certain states that I feel like people or nurses gravitate to. I feel like right now we're gravitating to North Carolina, Texas, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I feel like those are the states that we're sort of like moving more towards, because generally they have lower cost of living. But I can tell you, yeah, you should definitely move to North Carolina because maybe North Carolina is not the state for you, if you feel what I'm saying. So there's so much stuff to consider when you move to a state, and I feel like everything comes down to the cost of everything, the cost and location. Cost and location is everything. It also comes down to like your happiness in terms of your hospital. You might have your heart dead set on North Carolina because like it has low cost of living. Like the daycare prices are not bad. I know family around there, and then the hospital gives you a job position that you don't like. You're gonna be working nights all the days of your life, like 3 years of your contract. You hate nights. You're gonna be miserable, but you want to live in North Carolina because of all of these pros. But then you end up miserable. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't make sense for you to end up miserable. Try to have the best of both worlds. In the end, you're not going to get all of the stuff that you want, but you will get most of the stuff that you want. I would say always, 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 please research. If you have kids, you have to do extra research. There is no way around it. You have to look at the schools, you have to look at the daycares, you have to look at activities. Is there a boys and girls club in the area? What if your child wants to do swimming? You have to look at all of these different stuff. If your child is 50 and they're going to be in college soon, is there a college close to you with a low tuition? Stuff like that. Uh, if you like hiking, maybe you want to get someplace that's close to trails. If you are a professional pool player, maybe go to some place that has a good pool environment, like pool tournaments all the time. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, don't just look for stuff that be like, oh yeah, my friend gone to North Carolina, she loved North Carolina, so that's where I'm going. No, because you might hate North Carolina because you don't like trees or you don't like pollen. Let me tell you, if you sick of pollen, if pollen makes you deathly ill, you might not want to come here or Georgia because pollen is ridiculous. It's like little stuff like that that you have to look at when you research places. Certain stuff, just you can't just ask people. Like, I get it. You don't want to make a mistake. I completely get it because I don't want to make a mistake, especially if I'm on a contract for 3 flipping years. I need to know what is a state that somebody who's already there recommends. And I completely get it, but it's just too much that goes into it, too much stuff that you have to weigh, and crime. Oh my gosh. You don't want to go to a place that's like full of crime, do you? So certain stuff like that. It's just like weigh your pros and your cons. Google the area, Google crime, Google schools, Google cost of living. Google is your best friend. One thing about the United States, everything is online. Everything and they gram you online. Every single thing that you could think about is online. You could find it if it's online. And if it's in the United States, it's online. So just look at all that first and happy traveling. Like, you moving, girl or guy, you moving to the States. That's exciting. Once again, my name is Tammy. I'm a baby channel and I'm just trying to grow. Follow me on Instagram at Shea Butter Ventures and follow me on TikTok at Shea Butter Ventures 25. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and call a friend, text a friend, share with a friend. Help me out, please. And if you do have any video recommendations, I am always open to them. Just message me them on Instagram, okay? Okay. Happy venturing. Bye.